Okay, so moving on to the next Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode review, and this one kind of gives a little more light on the whole Tahiti project that Coulson was a part of. So it starts out with a guy, the glass guy we saw in the previous episode, at the end of that previous episode, with all the tattoos on him, brutally killing a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, I should say, and Coulson later gets wind of it, while at the same time, Agent May leads a strike team to go out and hunt down Ward, who is, he's on the run now, and he's trying to get back to he's trying to get to apparently a Hydra stronghold. Well, safe house, I should say. So, we also find out that Coulson is getting a lot worse. It is just getting worse and worse for him the longer he stays exposed to the more he starts carving, the more psychotic he's getting. He's starting to have more of a breakdown. He's starting to, just kind of rip himself apart about it. And yeah, it's getting bad for him. And even Sky's like, look, it's getting bad here. I'm gonna call May. She'll get over here, and we'll figure this out. And Coulson's like, no, we need to figure out answers now. So they literally steal the body from the woman who was murdered, and find all the little carvings in there from the killer. And from there, Coulson is like, look, there's only one other way to find out what's going on here, to find out how exactly this is being done. And there's only one way to do that: the memory machine that the girl in the Hydra used on him. So it apparently, Fitz and Simmons a while ago spent like weeks rebuilding it and trying to figure out how it worked. And then Coulson puts himself into the machine, knowing that's going to be a bad idea. Meanwhile, May, along with Mockingbird and the rest of the team, are still hunting down Ward, who's very good at detecting these people. He is very good at figuring out every little skill they have on him. He knows every little skill he has, and he's walking around with a dead man switch bomb with enough bombs on him to take out an entire block. So they're still trying to capture him. He keeps evading them until he finally reaches a bar, which turns out to be a Hydra safe house. And that's when he gets in contact with the other Hydra agents, and is pretty much like, hey, look, he pretty much tells them, hey, look, you're reporting to somebody else because I know Strucker is still overseas, so you're not calling to him. So I want to talk to the guy who's in charge over here. And to which, the guy, I forget his name, but that one guy who's like Whitehall's right-hand man is pretty much like, Whitehall's not going to give a shit what you say, so he's a very busy man. Why should I get you a meeting with Whitehall? To which Ward says, look, I can get you closer to Coulson, close enough to put a bullet in his head, and that'll be it. I'm pretty sure you want Coulson more than me. So, while everyone's gearing up to take down Ward, we have Coulson who's back, and we get further into the Tahiti project. Coulson was a part of the Tahiti project and was able to revive other soldiers. There were apparently 6 other agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that were also revived thanks to the project, but we quickly find out throughout the entire project that, they were becoming more psychotic, they were becoming more deranged, and even cutting themselves and to figure out this whole quote-unquote map that was being built. This whole map that was being built in their heads. And Coulson, in the flashbacks we see, was like, no, look, this is wrong, we can't keep doing this to them, it's hell, we're putting them through hell. And another scientist pretty much suggests, look, we'll just erase their memories, give them a proper life, and be done with it, We'll pretty much give them a normal life, and that will be all. So, yeah, Coulson then figures out the person who is killing all of them. It's a guy named Sebastian Derrick, who was an assassin for S.H.I.E.L.D. And he has been going around killing the other people, leaving only one other guy alive with the made-up name Hank Thompson. And from there, pretty much, Coulson suddenly goes nuts, seals up Skye after being told to be put under lock and key after having another psychotic break. He pretty much says, tricks Skye, locks her up, and runs off, leaving her behind and locked up until, Mac and the others find her. And he heads out to find this Mac Thompson guy. And that's when they discover, Sebastian's there as well, and he captures both of them, and it's pretty much like, look, it's getting worse. I carved into the walls, I carved into all of this, I even tattooed myself, because it's getting so bad for me. I can't even sleep anymore. And the only way I could do this was carving images into, carving these images into people's flesh. That's the best way I can do it. And Coulson asks, how the hell did you even remember all this? Well, apparently the pain made him remember. So the more he cut, the more he started to remember. And yeah, from there, Coulson manages to escape thanks to Hank, and the two of them pretty much have a fist fight until Mac and Skye come in and are pretty much, look, we'll put you down unless you stop. And then Sebastian and Coulson finally see the final piece that was built by Thompson subconsciously, and the urge to write is forever gone. And we discover what exactly it is. What exactly it is. It's not a map at all. It's not a map at all. It's a city. So I'm kind of wondering, what kind of city could it be? It can't be Wakanda, because that's a known country. It can't be like a city in Wakanda. This leaves only two other explanations, and I think this one's going to be it could either be Atlantis, and we could see Namor, or, and here's the one I'm thinking of, and this is what I think is probably what it is. I personally think that it's Atalan. I think we're probably going to see, maybe not Atalan, but definitely something with the Inhumans. I can absolutely see that since we know there's going to be an Inhumans movie, I can absolutely see this city being part of like the Inhumans technology. Remember, the Inhumans were human until they were abducted by the Kree and genetically altered, thanks to the Terrigen Mist. So here's my bet. What I think it is like maybe it's an old, because we do now know that it was a Kree that was used as the host body to revive all the other soldiers, and what I think it is maybe it's where the Kree created the Inhumans. It may be a Kree base, or maybe it's an ancient Inhumans base. I'm betting it's one of those two. It could be something else like Atlantis, but I'm betting it's something to do with the Kree or the Inhumans. If that's the case, good on you, Marvel, for preluding that before 8 years in advance, 4 years in advance before the Inhumans movie. So I am very excited to see what's going to happen on that account. I am very interested to see how exactly they're going to what kind of city this is. I'm still thinking it's something to do with the Kree and the Inhumans, but I've been wrong before. So anyway, May's team, getting back to May real quick, May's team goes in to the bar and discovers everyone's dead except that one guy, and it's for Colt. And apparently, Grant left the guy for Coulson as a little present, and they've now locked him up. And Coulson Coulson is going out on his own personal mission, and he leaves a little message for Skye, who hears from him. Here's also another stupid moment where Grant calls the number, and Skye is like, "Oh, should I answer it?" No, you don't answer it. Then the bad guys know they're onto something, and for all you know, they could have fried the phone. What the hell was wrong with you? All you say is "Hail Hydra." What? Are you fucking stupid? They would fry. They had all that different abilities to, like, someone could get killed through the phone. Remember that? Remember that part of the episode? So just calling and saying "Hail Hydra," they could have just easily killed her if it was anybody else but Ward. Ugh. Skye, you really bother me sometimes. So, yeah, this was a really good episode, and now the whole mission begins of trying to find the obelisk, or the Diviner, as it's called, also known as the Diviner, and attempting to try to find this city before Hydra does, because there's something in there that Daniel wants. There's something there that Daniel Whitehall wants within it. So I'm really interested to see where this goes. But anyway, once again, Also, another thing is that Coulson's apparently cured of the need to draw now that he knows everything. They also allow Hank Thompson to go back to his regular life, but other than that, yeah, this was another good episode. Again, I think Season 2 is a major improvement over Season 1. But you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this week's episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below and let me know, and I will see you guys later.